I signed myself, they got me feeling like Sean. I made the label, got the logo, and then we put it on charms. I won't follow trends, what I do, that'll be trending tomorrow. I know so much about this shit, it leave my brain kinda sore. But I keep eating, I'm a carnivore, and I bite and got a lot of...
Oh, man.
Wow. So we here, the Certified Way Podcast.
We are now on the Certified Way Podcast show.
This is the Certified Way Podcast.
Certified Way Podcast.
So look, and today we got an extra special guest. Y'all see what the fuck is going on. Give it up for my boy, D.Chamberz.
Yeah, what's going on, man? You know this.
D.Chamberz.
That's
your
me
boy,
spinning the barrel.
D.Chamberz 6'2", no time for the small talk, living with that warrior mentality. Morris Chestnut of this rap shit. New mogul, I'll show you. 11224 boys, let's get it.
Let's fucking go. The 11224 boys. 11224 boys in the
Got
Shout out to
another one in the
Takeover
building.
Gang.
We got another one in the building.
Shots.
Yes.
I know what
Let's
the fuck
go.
going on. So we going the way we get in. I mean, the way we start our show.
Let's bring them to our world a little bit.
We definitely going to a rest in peace segment. That's the first thing we do. Is we want to shout out
where we coming from.
I mean, and let everybody know that we still here repping for the people that are fallen soldiers, man. You feel me? So the first rest in peace is Lil Key. Rest in peace to Lil Key. You feel me? Jada Youngin. Rest in peace to Jada Youngin.
Rest in peace, my young guards.
Most lot of cash, Destro, excuse me, lot of cash, Destro. Rest in peace to him. And Pnb Rock, man. Rest in peace to Pnb Rock. That was crazy. That was
yes.
Rest in peace to all the fallen soldiers, free all the homies, at least the innocent ones.
Right. So with Pnb Rock, like that's crazy. How if you as an artist moving around, how do you feel about that?
The key word you just said is moving around. I limit the moving around. And sometimes you gotta know, to me personally, I don't know how everybody else is. If you walking with your lady and it's like you don't have like the proper assessments to guard those things you put on the line of wrist, don't even bring it out. So just sometimes it's cool to be humble, bro. And sometimes you gotta know the situation you're walking into. Not saying because we all gods. We all gods. We was sorry for cutting you off, but as far as like the location he was at, let's get real to like, do you feel like that location for being the biggest artist he is, or even though he probably felt that he was low because he wasn't putting out music right now? I don't know. I think it could have happened to anybody. It was just, I don't know if it was planned. I really don't know, but it was just a sad situation overall. But look at how many times, you could be leaving the club, you know what I'm saying? And we just drive in, we're like, yo, pull over, let's go get the chicken spot right here.
Yeah, correct.
We hopping out the car, sometimes we know we not even supposed to be over there. And first and foremost, like, maybe certain people, elements of how they grew up was different. I just knew Coney Island, we couldn't go too many places and too many pieces couldn't come to Coney Island. I always had like that mindset when you going anywhere, but at the same time, some people be like, if you bought it, you know what you was getting into once it came out that register.
Wow, how you feel about that, Els? You bought I ain't never heard it like that. You bought it, you know what I mean? That's the
whole thing.
If you whether you work 9 to 5 or you hustling or you into this entertainment business, right? You go in that jewelry store.
Yes.
And you look at that thing in the glass.
Yeah.
At some point, man, nah, this is too crazy.
Yeah. We do.
Why do you say it's too crazy? It's too crazy because you know what comes with it. You know what I mean? It's a nice piece. You love it.
Pretty much.
But you know what comes with it. So if you be like, yo, I don't got time for all that headache, or maybe you want the headache, you know what you
gotta move according, basically.
Correct.
Whenever, I definitely want to hear your insight. Me personally, it goes kind of hand in hand what he was saying. I feel like once you get to a certain status, you definitely got to move according. It's no reason why, and it's not no female that can say, babe, I want to sit here, or let's just eat. It's no one that could literally
talk to them.
Take control over my situation. You feel me? And especially when you the breadwinner, or especially if you anything that
first and foremost, like to piggyback on what you were saying, if you see her doing all of this, like, yo, don't post that right now.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, we could all learn from other people's mistakes, moving forward. But like, if I'm like, we're not posting that.
Can I ask a deeper question? Let's piggyback off that, and I love the direction that we going in. And like I said, rest in peace to all our fallen soldiers. We are all artists sitting here speaking to each other, and I could say that we all respect each other's art. Does this change us from where we want to go? Because as a man, I want to be honest and talk out loud. I question myself of what do I really want to do, because PNB wasn't a
like an extra
threat.
Yeah, no.
For him to go, it's like they're gonna get me out of here in 14 minutes.
That's a fact.
Because I'm crazy. Like,
how about this one?
For
me, it starts with the conversation. Once you think like that, it's gonna happen.
Correct.
Once you fly high and you be like, it's not even a thought.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, words are powerful, bro. Like if I be like, yo, I was saying before I even got the office, I was like, staircase to the corner office. I really have an office, and I had an office for the last couple of years now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I say what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So like, when I was in 9-4, like when it was those years, it was like the early 2000s. I used to see Slick, you know what I mean? Like really out there, and he had a Cadillac, and I'm like, I always wanted a Cadillac because I saw Slick and certain hustlers from back in the days. That's what they was driving, and I respected that. And I was like, I go to certain neighborhoods, and I'm like, oh nah, I like Cadillacs because the aura, the person, you know what you're getting into.
Yes.
Once you put that energy out there, and that's just what I get from that.
Well, as far as that happened September 12th. Unfortunately,
right after September 11th, crazy.
Right after September 11th, that is crazy. I never looked at that.
I didn't even look at it.
He was killed in Los Angeles, and it was a 3 people like job. It was a 3. I thought it was a 2-person job, but I heard the mother was involved too.
Mother, father dropped the son.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is sad,
what's going around.
Sometimes it's good to just listen because you don't even know what the hell going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I always say in the hood, sometimes it's good to just mind your business, because like the more you ask, the more you implicating yourself. Next thing you know, you was in there and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Big question. Sorry to cut you, my brother. Big question. You had to pick one. You have to go left or right. Money or the fame?
I'm gonna choose the money.
Nice.
And it's been the money, because it's a lot of dudes who have the fame right now and they don't have no money. Like they be in the spots, and you know what I mean. They have a great time.
Who's one of those people, D.Chamberz?
We don't know. There's one in every hood that I don't even have to name. Like real shit. Because you know what I mean. Shout out to the people that work 9 to 5s and they really earn theirs and stuff like that. If you want to pursue this dream, pursue it. But I would choose the money all the time. But fame has some collateral where you can always constantly make money.
Nice.
Correct.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I understand that part of it, but fame is not going to get that Connet bill paid or.
All right. Well, what y'all feel about Charlamagne with his comments? We're talking about like people basically, these rappers saying, RP this person, RP this, but all they do is glorify the streets. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, fuck.
Charlamagne touched
all they do is glorify
a real spot with that one.
I think Charlamagne always challenged the minds of street people, and there's always going to be that conversation there. And to be honest with you, he does radio. He's college educated. He knows how to create conversations. And the crazy part about it is there's a lot of people who probably feel just like Charlamagne, because as we get older.
Yep.
It's reality, you know what I'm saying? It's reality. Like, it's like you hold guns in the video, the feds come in.
Correct.
It's common sense. So like when everything comes with that, you know what I mean? Sometimes it creates that conversation for him to say whatever he say. But if all rappers are like that, then I would say that's where he failed in that conversation. But when they targeting that, he's targeting people that's like street rappers and stuff like that.
Correct. Would you classify yourself as a street rapper and an uplifter? What would you what genre would you put yourself in? I'm
a mogul influencer.
Mogul influencer. Do you hear how that was said?
Yes, sir.
Mogul influencer.
Yeah, because like when
let's talk.
A lot of years, like boom. So I always was around music, so I always was understanding the business side of it. Like I always be like, okay, if this don't work, how could this still work? You know what I mean? Because like I always go back to when Liaison, and we had Maya's family. We was all back then, C-Rod's rapping. And it was just like, okay, the camera is this, but the money is how we used to. I had the car.
Okay. Okay.
I used to drive to get there, but we always used to be like, okay, how are we gonna do more? How are we gonna get it out there? How are we gonna separate it? And I always felt like that was an issue. Nobody understood the club owners. Nobody understood the business side of it. Maybe we were smart enough for the conversation, but after they rapped, they was done. I always found a reason to figure out like how did this whole thing happen?
Yeah, and I personally could vouch for that because I done witnessed him tear the clubs up. We niggas was tearing the clubs up together, and then it came to the point where he's actually doing the events at the club.
Yeah, because like a lot of times,
and so that pickies off of what you just were saying. At the time when niggas was just hitting the clubs, and me, I was one of the person that after I rapped, I was ready to get up out of there.
Shout out to Poncho, got what you need.
Shout out to Poncho, man.
You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna say that right here, because those days of the early like 2000, mid 2000,
Shout out to Poncho.
When instrumentals was in the street.
Okay.
Not only I listened to the instrumental, I looked at the number of who produced the instrumental and the DJ and the information.
You
like, yo,
homework on everything.
Who's that? Because if you can get all these beats and you can put it on, then you got more stuff. And it was the same thing like when people used to watch B-Cat and you watch the number at the end.
Right.
You want to be on TV. The number's there.
Right there.
You know, some people just want to rap and boo, 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 but don't know the ins and outs. And this is why people get dragged along in bad contracts and they never take it to the next level. So once I understood that part of the game, and I think a lot of the time, when people are like, yo, damn, Chip, you should have been out. Sometimes I could say I was over supportive.
Okay.
During the time when I could have just, I could do what everybody else do. Yeah. I could have just kept it moving, but sometimes you could be over supportive until you feel like, all right, you know what you got to do.
Do you feel like in the music industry?
I want to clap for that because that's a fact.
Yeah, I got a great question to go off that. In this music industry, do you feel like you are more for your brother or you are more for yourself? Are you like, let's talk about Chambers. Is a Chambers a man that is, I could sell 5 people or I could sell myself? Are you gonna try to sell the 5 people because you could sell 5? You know what? I'm gonna put this into Chambers. How are you talking to
It's hard to say that from this point of view.
Okay.
And you put a lot of gravel in this shit. This shit hit me like
yeah, I'm a boss. I'm a boss.
That's what we lose.
I'm going to
have dreads walking out this shit. Yadi. Been ball gang. I'm here, man. You trying to turn me out.
Come on, man. Let me roll up something good. I'm gonna get a smoothie for him.
A little more greener. You know what I'm saying?
A little more green for him.
Yo, check this out. But I'm for everybody, man. It's a we thing, and more I understood that because look, strength is in numbers, bro.
Okay.
Somebody like what you're doing all day, it's a beautiful thing. But if you got everybody attached to it, you know, everybody's bringing different energy, and it can never get old.
That's a fact.
So when you open that door, if it's not gonna be 5 people, it's gonna be 5 million. You know what I'm saying? In the long run, generations to come, it's like your name will be there. And you'll have a legacy that follows you for leading that path. Just like, you know, I do disagree with academics to a degree, and then I understand what he was talking about to a degree. You know what I'm saying?
With academics?
Yeah, of course, academics, because it goes back to that.
What aspect? Let's talk.
Because we talk about the OGs and the people who are the pioneers of the culture. Right. We support that. But a lot of the times, just like sign labels and stuff like that, they don't give opportunities. They look down on new artists. They don't talk to new artists. Okay. They keep it moving. Yeah. So when you do stuff like that, certain artists, not all the OGs, because I was blessed by a lot of legends. Shout out to Method Man. Shout out to Method Man. Big Daddy Kane. Show love. Like I could go there, but I could also say Method Man. There's artists and those dudes who from that culture who were pioneers and they just don't have time. They don't want to talk. They don't answer. But being that somebody had the platform to shake that awareness, you know, academics was wrong in certain things he was saying. Some of them are misfortunate, but their work cannot be counted out. Okay. You can never count their work out. Okay. But the part of like how sometimes the way the older homies treat you, the younger dudes, but I mean, I can't wait till he get out the fucking way. Yeah. And it creates that energy on top of that energy, unless they not. I don't see the young artists dissing the people that help the way or supply the way.
Correct, and you just see a lot of like Gilly call them old fleas. You know what I mean? Like you a flea. Like you know what I mean? Like you trying to keep the young man down.
Yeah.
In this hip hop, we like to also throw gems on the
Niggas is like, yo, Els, man. Where the fuck you been at, man? The streets need you. We miss you, man. Where that real heat at, yo? I got you. Look, my part. I'm like, please don't confuse working hard with struggle bars.